we're at a place called Beit She'an, and it's actually an entire city that was destroyed, I think probably by an earthquake. And you can see all of it from one vantage point. If you look up at the hill up there, that would have been the Acropolis where the Temple of the Gods was at. You can see all the rest of the city below. If you can see behind me up there, that's actually the Temple of Dionysus. And we're going to go walk up there. Now we're walking out onto the theater, which was built in 100 AD.
There is no one like our God. There is no one like you, God.
That is the public latrine. You can see the urinals down there.
No, the one is you've got the interplay of the white stone that's brought in and the basaltic stone that is native to the area. And these were all like little places where there were columns and then arches that were holding up the buildings and the ceiling above this. This was like the side street, not the main market street.
Now we are walking up the Tell. It's probably about, 20 civilizations built on top of one another.
Yep.
It's about 100 feet tall, and you can see behind me the city as we go up.
And here you find a piece of pottery just sitting out there beside the road. Got one sort of mark in it. No paint on it.
It's so cool as you're walking up here. There's thousands of year old stuff just laying here. So finding pottery is no longer necessarily an amazing thing because it's everywhere. A view of the city from the top of the Tell. So this is the main high street, the main street that goes right down the city center. The columns on both sides, they call it the Cardo, or specifically here, the Palladius. Now we are walking up to Gideon's Spring, which is the place where God whittled down the Israelite army down to 300 men. It was right here in this cave, in this spring, where he said, I want the men who don't get down and lap with their tongues, but the ones who use their hands to cup it in their mouth, so they can kind of be on their guard. Right here. Right now we're standing at Gideon's Spring looking across the hills of Morah and right across the valley here. So Gideon and his 33,000 men whittled down to 300 would have been looking over on the base of those hills at 186,000 Midianites getting ready to attack. And so in the middle of the night, Gideon would have gotten up, went over there with his 300 men, surrounded the camps of the Midianites, broke their torches, or broke their jars,